Hello, my name is Kieran from Form 3 Bombax, and I am here to show how electricity consumption contributes to climate change and what you could do to reduce the impacts. But first, I will give you a quick summary of climate change. Climate change is the change in the Earth's temperature and weather over a long period of time. The effects of climate change include rise in water temperatures, more acidic water, melting of glaciers, rising sea levels, change in local and regional weather, and human safety. We can greatly reduce the impacts of climate change if we, as a whole community, can make little adjustments to our daily habits. One thing we could do is reduce our screen time. Based on the survey that we shared with the school, 53.4% of the CSS community has a screen time of 3 hours and more on their phones. Based on an estimation by the UNEP, 122 kilograms of carbon dioxide equivalent is produced from using a mobile phone for a year, but the number most likely increased due to the pandemic. Now, let's talk about how we can reduce our screen time on our phone. There is a wide variety of ways to reduce our screen time during the pandemic, such as taking part in family activities at home, learning something new through reading books, indoor exercising to stay fit and healthy, and meditating to help us have a healthy mind. Another thing we could do is reduce the usage of electrical appliances. In Hong Kong, the primary source of greenhouse gas emissions is electricity consumption. Based on the survey that we shared with the school, 61.6% of the CSS community keeps their cooling system turned on for less than 3 hours, which is a great thing. Based on research conducted by a group of journalists, buildings in Hong Kong account for approximately 60% of Hong Kong's carbon footprint, mainly because of Hong Kong's warm climate where people frequently use cooling systems. With all that said, let's try to decrease how much heating and cooling we use. One thing to reduce the usage of electricity is to keep track of how long we keep our cooling systems on. To do that, we have to first think of a time limit, for example, 3 hours maximum. Then we keep track of how long we keep it on for. Once it reaches the time limit, turn it off. Another way to reduce the usage of electricity is to reduce the usage of light. Instead of using electrical lights, use natural lighting from the window. But if there is no natural lighting, try to remember to turn off the lights of the other rooms if no one is there. What I recommend you do is purchase products that don't consume as much electricity as normal, like fluorescent and LEDs. Thanks for watching the video and hope you found it helpful. And don't forget to apply these strategies to not only help us, but the planet.